the people haven't stopped betting. I mean, while it might have declined a little bit, there are still people out there finding avenues to bet, and we have to try and bring those to where we are, I gather.
So you suggested to me a number of years ago that your idea, or an idea that had been put to you, was to sort of aggregate on-course bookies into a single price and a single market depth, which has become a reality. It's called BookiePrice, and I don't want this to sound like an infomercial, even though it slightly is, because I've seen it, and it's to me is a direct competitor with BetFair. But Dave, tell us about the development of this particular system, BookiePrice.
So when I first I met a gentleman called Stephen Michener, who about 12 or 14 years ago, at that time we were all using multi-bet, which was Greg Cook, who developed a good bookmaking system. And Stephen,
This is like a back end, you mean, don't you?
the back end, but we were never we were never able to go on the internet. We were all just operating on a track system, and that was you couldn't go anywhere. You couldn't put your prices anywhere. Eventually, we were able to get onto Best Bookies, which is another website that would display your price, and that could connect to multi-bet. And Stephen came up with the idea of creating a web-compatible betting platform, which he built from scratch, at great expense, and with the idea being that he wanted to get to a situation where the bookmakers' prices could be fed into a portal-type situation where, the top bookmaker price and the amount that you can get on for is sitting in front of you, and as a punter, you click on it and you can take that price. So, for example, there's 5,000 there at $2. It means
let's have a look at an example while you talk. Keep talking, Dave, and I'll just put up on the screen an example from Randwick the Saturday before, when I was able to. So this is, I think, the third last race, and hopefully everyone can see that. So this is race 8 at Randwick on the 25th. You can see that on the left-hand side is the BetFair. I'm using BetAngel there. I know a star is $3.50 for $354. I know a star on the BookiePrice is $3.20 for $909. But of course, most people are paying 10% com on BetFair. There's no com on BookiePrice. So by the time you take the com off that price on I know a star, you're $3.25. And if we go down to Ruby Flyer, which is the other favourite in the race, as you can see, BookiePrice is offering a better price after you net the Betfair com and for more money. So
yeah, I would think that going forward, Mark, if we can get it up, well, it's already up and running, but if you get, obviously the bookmakers are providing the liquidity, so I would think that on a Saturday race, the top price you would be looking to get on, it would be between 3,000 and 5,000 more. It might be more. If it's a shorter the price, the more liquidity that will be there. And obviously that the idea of it simply being is that we're displaying what we've got in front of us on the track. It's the best price of all the bookies along the rail. So rather than you using your eyes to look see what it is, the price that you see on BookiePrice will be the best price. You simply can snap up that best price. The advantage I see of it is obviously a one wallet solution, which means that I know speaking to punters, one of their problems is now that we all have to have cash in everywhere we bet. We need a tank to be able to open 20 accounts to be able to get the bet with the 20 corporates. Then, of course, as a punter, always what happens is you run out of the account that you want to get on with's got no money in it. And this way, of course, you're able to bet with basically all the bookies. Now, they don't have to be in the Sydney betting ring. They could be any book. We have a number of bookies on this system that operate all around Australia. So they're whatever price they're betting will feed into the minimum, which would be $2,000, I think is the metro limit in terms of the online limit. And that would be the minimum you'd be able to get on for. So just looking down there, you can see, for example, Rise of the Masses, you can get 530 on it at $8.50. I look across, I can see that on Betfair, if you went down to where you could get that amount, it'd probably be $8. But these prices are net of commission. The ones on the left obviously have commission. Now, that's the difference, I suppose. As a punter, we have to be able to work out what price are we actually taking. And it's good. It's a great strategy by Betfair. I don't knock them; they're a great business, obviously, to show you the price. But that's not really the price.
Well, they can't really show you net of commission because, of course, their commission works across the bets that you have in the race. So, that's the difficulty. The other thing, of course, you mentioned the kids, or the younger generation being acutely aware of price differentials in the wider world, and they would have had to look at too many prices to work it out in the way that the online betting world is. Whereas now you've got one place, right? You've got one place to show a price from an aggregate of on-track bookies across Australia. So it's not only one wallet; it's one place to look at. So in this case, I'm comparing it with the exchange. You could compare it with, your favourite corporate, but it's simplified. It's basically, it's a single sign-in, a single login. There's no com. You can see the market depth, and the overriding principle is one wallet, one account gets you access to a whole range of bookies.
Correct, and when your actual bet processes through, you'll see who the big bookie you got matched with. You click on and take one of the prices on the screen, then the ticket you get will show you that, and away you go. I mean, obviously, doesn't guarantee you'll win or lose, but it's a great opportunity. And obviously, the more bookies we get involved in the process, the more liquidity that will be there. And I think for the whole market, the problem we're facing is the lack of liquidity till the last 2 or 3 minutes. And I know, Marc, you've said that most pros are betting later and later, which was never the way it was. But because the corporates have just put up big market percentages till the last few minutes.
And they don't want to bet the pros. So we described that model earlier where you were betting the pros 30 minutes out, and that would enable you to work the rest of the race. I mean, you were obviously losing to them, but you're managing to overcome that by being able to play for the remainder of the betting. Whereas the bookies, the corporates have effectively said, we don't want the pros. Or if we'll bet them, we'll bet them not to win 20,000, but to win 2,000. So, obviously, if you are a considered pro, you won't be giving your IP away for that little, and you'll just have to wait till the market is liquid.
Yes, and that's the way it's gone. I mean, all the fluctuations tend to happen in the last 2 minutes. That's the way I know if that's the way you see it, but that's the way I see it. Like, I mean, yes, there'll be an occasional one just looking at that screen number, bright red's 19 into 14. But that probably didn't take much trading to bring it 19 into 14. And the favourites tend to sit there, and then in the last minute, they're either 380 to 550 or they're 380 to $3. That's depending on what the syndicate's view of that horse is. But from a punter's point of view, obviously, you just want liquidity to be able to get on the price you're happy to take. You're locking in the price. You're not betting on a pari-mutuel where you're not sure what price you're going to get. That's the key to fixed odds betting, I would have thought.
I think, I've been waiting for this for a while, and even when it was first launched, I was desperate to actually talk about it because it's the best thing I've seen since Betfair, put it that way, because, we were very excited for an exchange to aggregate people from around the world. And now finally, we've at least got a bookie aggregator that's simple to use and offers really good prices because, it's a relatively low cost back end.
Well, I think the advantage of most of the bookies is, I mean, obviously for a corporate, the point of consumption tax cuts in once you get to a level where you're winning off, for example, New South Wales customers. If I have a core of New South Wales customers who lose $1 million after that, then I start paying consumption tax, 15% on top of that. Obviously, the race fields across all the different jurisdictions have thresholds. So in New South Wales, for example, obviously it's a better tax rate if you hold under 5 million. I mean, obviously, when you go over the 5 million, you start paying 3 and 3.5%, which all corporates are paying every day. So there are certainly advantages in the small operator being able to be super competitive on the price.
And by aggregating individual operators, you don't encounter that problem.
Correct, and that's so these individual bookies are all reasonable size operators. I'm not know who will give you a good bet, but because they generally are operating Saturdays only or Saturday Wednesday, they're only working 2 days a week, and their total hold on New South Wales probably doesn't get above the thresholds. So, which means they can share that saving with the punter. In terms of offering a better product to the punter, their break even point is lower. That's the reality of the situation. I mean, most of them don't have we don't have marketing budgets of 10% of our profit or 25% of our profit, and therefore we can offer a better price.
Yeah, but at least now you can finally put something up in front of people that the corporates are putting up their prices in front of people.
Tomorrow I'll go into be at Warwick Farm, and the prices that I've got at Warwick Farm will be on the website. I mean, if people don't want to come to Warwick Farm, fine. I understand the traffic situation, but there'll be horses that I'm over the call, what you would perceive as the VAP price or whatever, and the ones that I'm unders. But across Australia, there'll be some people that are a better price than me. And
exactly. So those horses you may have laid, and you're not the best price. They'll be replaced by someone else in the BookiePrice portal that is the better price.
Someone else will be offering a better price, and that's the unique feature, is that it's it allows you to get to a market percentage which will be a lot better than the official price, and and competitive with what other operators are offering out there. They might be offering it on one horse. The tab don't want to lay number one, so they're in their top odds it the whole way, but they're unders 3 or 4 others. This way, you're getting the whatever bookmaker A, B, or C likes or doesn't like, then you're in a position where you can get on to win at least the minimum on each of those horses. When you click on it, the bet goes through. So I think that's a wonderful opportunity. If we can get punters and bookies on to trade with each other, it's a peer-to-peer basically situation.
Which is what I want, certainly. And one of the reasons I'm so excited about this is because it is finally an opportunity to get in front of everybody, not those people that were privy to the on track, or people that go on course these days tend to be a little bit alienated by what they see, because obviously the bookies that are restricted to betting on track, aren't in a position to sort of offer much in the way of good prices. But this is an opportunity for all those bookies to get together on a single site with a single wallet to ply their trade.